Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite baits to fish in the summertime. Now, keep in mind I'm on a muddy water lake. You know, these fish live shallow on this lake. You're not going to see any 6XDs and jigging spoons, nothing like that in this video. They relate to wood this time of year on this lake. I mean, you can pick a few off on rock, but they more relate to wood, so I concentrate on stumps, laydowns, brush, things like that. But first up, we have the 10-inch worm, and I tend to lean towards bigger baits. I have the same kind of thinking as I do in wintertime. The fish can be somewhat sluggish, so give them a bigger bait, give them something to move for. So, like I said, I tend to lean towards the bigger baits. So we got the 10-inch power worm here in red bug color. I'll Texas rig that, 5/0 round bend offset hook, quarter to half-ounce weight. Just drag that along stumps and laydowns and things like that. Again, the red bug color is a good one. I like electric blue, plum. I also use the Old Monsters. Tequila Sunrise is a good one. From there, we'll go to a shaky head. Biospawn Plasma Tail, 6.5 inch. June Bug, Chartreuse Tail, one of my go-tos, black and blue, red bug. On the shaky head, it's an Owner Finesse Ball Head. It's got somewhat of a recessed eye, comes through vegetation really well. One of my favorites right there. But same type of deal, I'll throw it past the stumps, bring it towards the stumps, and then once I hit a stump, I'll just shake the slack of my line. So I'm moving the bait without actually moving it. That's one of the reasons I really like the side imaging on my fish finder, because I can scan the area, see the stumps before I cast to them, cast just past them, and then again, bring the bait to the stump. From there, I like a tube or a creature bait, something like that. This bait right here, the Berkley Power Hog, I actually caught my personal best on this lake. It was during the drought, 100-degree day, and like a foot of water in the stumps. Black Power Hog. Again, I'll Texas rig that. I usually use a 3/0 straight shank flipping hook, quarter to a half-ounce weight again. Just play around with the fall rate. Like I said, the Power Hog or a tube. From there, we go to a jig. Right now, earlier I was fishing the new jig, but I'm just pitching that around laydowns and things like that. Now I'm going to go drag a jig on a point up here that's got some stumps on it. So I switched to the Blitz. But bigger profile, keep the skirt somewhat long. We got the Velcro on there. It's a nice big presentation, black blue, one of my go-to colors. That's the new black light color from Biospawn. Got that rigged up on the Kuma setup that I'm using here. Guys, I'm really a fan of this rod here. It's a heavy action or heavy power rod, but it's got a moderate action to it, so it's pretty soft, which you wouldn't think for a jig worm rod to have that soft action, but like I mentioned before, Scott believes that softer action will help you land more fish. But I really like it for the casting distance and the ease of casting. That softer tip loads up really well. It skips great because that soft tip just kind of slingshots your bait, so it's great for skipping, little roll casts, and then just a good all-around cast. Once you come over your head with it, that rod loads up and it just slingshots your bait. So a great casting rod here. But a jig would be my 4th bait of choice in the summer. And from there, you guys are probably thinking I'm going to go with the square bill, but I'm actually going to go with the spinner bait. Now, don't get me wrong, I still got the square bill tied on all times. All throughout the year, I'm using a square bill. But, I tend to get hung up a little bit more in the wood with the square bill, so I'll go to a spinner bait, and I usually bring out the spinner bait, on low light conditions, early morning, overcast, low pressure, things like that, where they're still on the stumps, but they're moved off them just a little bit, and I'll try and pick them off with a spinner bait, just searching for them. Golden Shiner, one of my go-to colors right there. That's just a Booyah, I believe it's 1/4 ounce. I use pretty much 1/4 and 3/8. I like the 1/4, I like the frame size of it. I'll go to 3/8 if it's kind of windy or something like that. If it's really windy, I'll go to a 1/2, but I just prefer the 1/4 to 3/8. So, guys, that's my top 5 favorite baits to fish in the summertime. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.